Hello, everyone. This is Harmon Smith, the number one hater of Palworld on the internet. So I actually just sat and watched this really awful actually not fan animation, this official animation from Pocket Pair Studios, and it just kind of dawned on me just how irrelevant Palworld actually is. Because keep in mind, this game is like about almost 2 years old at this point. I think it came out in early 2024. So they've had plenty of time to produce like higher quality animations. They've had quality to like make their equivalent of the Pokemon anime, and this is what they came up with. Some like stock animation of like that some 15-year-old slapped together. Like this reminds me of like Sonic Zombies, where you have like the static, ridiculous like animation and like characters just getting flung into things. It just looks amateurish. It just looks embarrassing. And that goes like the subject matter itself is, like, unbelievably cringe. It's not funny, it's just completely out of touch, and, like, it doesn't look good. It's like they threw Pokemon in, like, Unreal Engine. This is like if they hired that man to produce, a Pokemon game. That's kind of the vibe I get from watching this, and it really just goes to show you just how lazy and low effort Palworld actually is. Like, every single time you see it, it just kinda dawns on you just how awful this bullshit actually is, but, like, the thing that really interested me about it is just, like, the numbers on these videos because, uh, like 200,000 for a brand new video on, their animation. Like, for example, for a comparison's sake, Pokemon released that Gardevoir video a while back, and that got like millions of views like immediately and became like a huge deal because of how popular it was. Like, and it was like that thing was like well animated. It was reasonably lengthy. It was 8 minutes long. It had actual animation. It actually it was actually charming, wholesome. That was a really well made, well received animation. But this pocket pair thing has only received 200,000 views, which is like really terrible for an animation project, especially one this short. Like if you compare this to like I don't know TF2 official animations or like any of the Poketunes, like this comes out like looking very lazy and uninspired and just you know look at all these other numbers too, like not even a million views, half a million views for an update video, actually. Yeah, not even like half a million views for an update video, demo, yeah, animation. So like nothing Power World does really takes off. And to just drive that point home for you, yeah, just to drive that point home for you, the the comment with the highest amount of upvotes. I'm not sure why it's not at the top, but like this is the highest one. Uh, the 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 comment with the highest amount of upvotes. I hope you guys win the lawsuit. And this is not by like an insignificant margin either. The second place is like 2,000 behind. So that kind of drives home the point of what I've been saying about this since the very beginning is that like nobody cares about Power World. Nobody follows this game. Nobody cares about like the animations or the setting or like the world or anything. Like the only reason this thing is still being talked about is because people want it to win the lawsuit against Nintendo because YouTubers know it's going to get them a lot of views if they pretend that Power World can win. Spoiler alert, it's not going to. So, with that being said, like looking at this animation, looking at these numbers, uh, this is something that just isn't competitive with what Pokemon's doing. Like, even if you take away all of like the other aspects of it, like the lawsuit and like the video game, like if we're just comparing like YouTube videos to YouTube videos, like animation to animation, like this looks like complete garbage. Like I have seen like fan made animations of Pokemon that look better than this, that are like longer, that have higher quality, that aren't like nearly as cringy, right? This is just This is just a textbook example of just how irrelevant Power World actually is. Like, it's a really, really good example of just how this brand just isn't going anywhere, how it's not relevant, and how it's only being propped up by the lawsuit. Like, at this point, the lawsuit is the only reason anybody brings this game up at all. And it really needs to be emphasized that, like, what's going to happen when the lawsuit ends? Because without the lawsuit, the game is just suddenly not going to have any relevancy whatsoever. Without the Pokemon comparisons, Palworld has absolutely nothing going for it. The only reason this was hyped up by the media was to try and push this narrative that Pokemon was stale, outdated, and wasn't competitive. And what happened? Pokemon Legends EA just completely stomped on that narrative. Pokemon Scarlet and Violet stopped on that narrative. Like this is a really good demonstration, I think, of just how the online gaming community is completely out of touch and has no idea as to what the market is actually going to respond to. Like this game left no impact culturally whatsoever. Like it did not become the next Minecraft. It did not evolve. It did not like grow and like become this like incredibly successful thing. It is just pure cringe in Pokemon plagiarism form. Like that's just my mentality looking at this and just seeing what this brand is like trying to do and how they're trying to retain relevancy. And I think it's only a matter of time until the end of the lawsuit and we immediately stop talking about Power World. This is just my feelings on it. Like regardless of what the result of the lawsuit actually is, because I think it's very possible that like Nintendo could settle or like the game will continue to exist. But regardless of what happens with the actual lawsuit, the game is going to be forgotten. Like it has not left any kind of impact. It's not relevant. It's not going to take off and explode and become successful. It's just a blatant Pokemon knockoff that just has no credibility among actual Pokemon fans. And that's the problem. If you're going to try and like undermine Pokemon's success and longevity, you're going to have to win over actual Pokemon fans. And the reality of that is like the biggest enablers of Power World are not and never have been Pokemon fans in any way, shape, or form. And it is about time that we really start calling them out on that because I am so sick of people in my comment section going down there. They're probably doing it right now. Going down there and saying that they were huge fans of Pokemon and that they've just gotten really tired of what Game Freak does. Don't believe it. Like, never believe it. Like, it just isn't true. Power World is bad. Okay, it has no redeeming qualities whatsoever. It's just a method. The next weapon to use against Nintendo and the Pokemon Company. And it is high time we regard it as a complete nothing burger that has left no impact on anything whatsoever.